Okay, now we're going. So, yeah, Cold Waters. We're going through the 1980s campaign. I have a save game somewhere on here. Let's take a look at our orders. We need to shoot TLM Tomahawk missiles at Murmansk. So, what's our XO say? We have the 8 Tomahawks. So we just need to get to Murmansk without incident, you know? That sub is headed straight for us. Yeah, they picked us up. New sonar contact bearing 6, designated Sierra 1. I'm currently at 10 knots. Man battle stations.
Sonar new
rig ship for ultra quiet.
Alright. So we've got some subs headed our way.
Con sonar new contact bearing 006,
Doesn't-
designated Sierra 2.
Let's check out this one. This one looks like it's much more likely to actually be a sub, just based on the sonar profile. You can kind of tell most of
Con
the
sonar new contact
many
bearing
subs have two of these
333, designated
hits
Sierra
right near the beginning.
3.
There's a couple of merchants that do too.
Con sonar new contact bearing 316,
That's-
designated Sierra 4.
We're gonna call that guy a November.
Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine.
I love this game. This game is really good. You can kind of tell based on how quiet they are, whether they're subs or surface ships is the thing. As long as they're relatively close in. But this is pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Contact heavy? Almost. That's... There we go. Looks like a trawler.
Con sonar Sierra 3 is classified as merchant.
That doesn't look like a sub. Yeah, I got home a little late today, so I'm just kind of seat of the pantsing it. A Komsomol? No, that doesn't quite line up. Come on. There we go. Merchant.
Con sonar Sierra 4 is classified as merchant. Con sonar Sierra 1 is classified as merchant.
Okay, based on that, we've got one enemy contact, this November class. And if I guessed it right, we're still going to be pretty... What's the word? It'll be hard for him to pick us up. But it looks like he's getting closer. And he's booking. 13 knots is not... it's not slow. Let's look up what the November does. November. Semi-noisy. He's got set 65 torps. These are not the very good torps. So what I'd like to do is get a firing solution on him. If I can sink him, these 3 merchants won't bother me. In fact, they might even provide me some cover. We think that November's 12,000 yards out. So that's about 6 miles, nautical miles. It's a little more than that. Oh, the signal went down. What are the conditions here? Yeah, we've got him between 400 and 500 feet somehow. There's no layer, and there's no limit to depth. but for some reason... So its test depth is 1,000 feet. My test depth is 950 feet. The Russian subs are really good at going deep. They have those titanium hull ones. The Alpha is one of them. That one can drop really low. What are we looking here? 1050. Oops. No, it's fine. 1,300. 2,000? 2,000 feet. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, Sierra 1970. Alpha 2000. 1,300. Oh, that was weird. Anyway. So that's kind of where we're at. It looks like he's closing in on us slowly. We got a 57% solution.
Come right to 079
If I change
Helm
heading
I.
predictably. Oh,
Come left
looks like I got a
to
heading.
287 Helm I.
So if we're lucky, he won't see us. So he said basically due east. If I can get into his baffles, I can fire a couple torpedoes at him and get out of his way before he can shoot back. That's almost a little bit north of due west. Alright, we've got a pretty good solution on. That range is almost certainly correct. Yeah, we're at 95% now. So if we get behind him, we should be able to get the drop on him. So let's try to do that.
Con, helm, steady course.
Is he surfacing? Almost.
Come right to 359 Helm I. Con, helm, steady course.
Here's us. And that's him over there, you see? You can actually see him in the distance.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing 006.
What's this?
Designated Sierra 5.
Sierra 5. That doesn't look good. I don't have enough data yet, but it looks like he could be an enemy sub. It's a question of whether those... Are these two lines, or are they just noise? It's a little hard to tell. But he's pretty loud. Sierra 5 is. So he's probably a merchant ship. Come on. One of these must be noise. Or was he dealing with something that is actually likely to be a sub? Man. Okay, he's got to be a sub. And I'm feeling all allergy-ish. I must have skipped over his profile or something, because I'm not seeing it. It's not him, it's not him, it's not that. It's not that. Partisan, trawler. Might be that. Merchant.
Con sonar Sierra 5 is classified as merchant.
We'll classify him as merchant for now. Alright. On the assumption that as a merchant, that means that we are relatively safe. This November must be a true
Come right to
itself.
025 Helm I.
Which is not good
Con
for him.
Helm steady course.
You'd think that... I mean, I'm in a Los Angeles class. You'd think that they would have sent more than one sub. If they had evidence that there was a Los Angeles class in the area. It's weird that merchant is just like, oh wow, look at that.
Con sonar Sierra
Yeah.
5 is classified as submerged submarine.
So I was wrong on that one. We've got 2 enemy subs. We're just barely outside of sensor range of the Victor. If we're not careful, he will see us. In fact... Not that. Two knots.
Make turns for 2 knots. Maneuvering I.
I'm gonna give him a little room.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 2 knots.
See how clean my sonar thing is now. It's weird because the Los Angeles class really shouldn't be making a whole lot of sound at 5 knots. It's Victor 3. Yeah, it's good that we found Sierra 5 there. Now, if we look at him, he's got the USET 80s. Those are the good torps. So we want to make sure that he doesn't get to use them on us.
Make turns for 3 knots. Maneuvering I.
Speed up a little bit. Up. We're in his baffles, technically. Just barely.
Make turns for 4 knots. Maneuvering I. Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering I. Come right to 085 Helm I.
Okay. We're pretty deep in his baffles.
Con Helm steady course.
15 degrees out of 30. It's pretty deep in the baffles. And he's changing course slightly, so we'll give him a little bit of range. Yeah, it looks like they're sweeping. But they're still less than 5 nautical miles out. Yeah, we're not quite in his baffles anymore. There we go.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 288. Contact faded.
Alright, I think we're ready. Step 1, take out the Victor 3.
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir. Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir. Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
3 torps, 2 to the Victor and 1 on the November. Then I'm gonna turn my rudder just a little bit. I don't want to lose these wires. That's for sure. But I'm going to try to aim for basically a northward path as these torps approach. As gently as possible. There's my torps. Course is turning slowly, as you can see. They haven't picked up on my torps yet. And it looks like they've changed course back to a more straight westerly course, or easterly course, which might give me an extra few minutes. See, the problem is that I'm on a straight vector to them, so it doesn't really matter how quiet I am. They're going to fire straight back on the torpedo vectors. But if I can turn and get out of the way in time, maybe we'll be alright. After having played this game for a while, that seems to be the trick, is basically getting into your opponent's baffles without being detected. Everything else is hit or miss. Alright. Let's see when they pick these up. They gotta hear them eventually.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 5.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
That's fine.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Okay, that's not so fun.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired. Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 097.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
He's dropping noisemakers like crazy. And he's kicked.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired. Con, fire control, weapon acquired. Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Wow. Doesn't matter. As long as we keep the wires, we'll be in good shape.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired. weapon countermeasure homing.
Oh boy, a knuckle.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 5. Last bearing 101. Contact
Victor is
breaking up.
down. All that's left is the November, and avoiding the torps that are on their way to Maine. So I still don't have any sign of the torp that the Victor fired, which is assumedly in USET 80. That's my assumption.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Uh-oh. It looks like we might have him. Because the Victor... So, that seems to be a bug in this game, is that the downed enemy appears on the map wherever your sonar
Con
guy
sonar.
thought
Sierra 5 is cavitating.
it was at the time that it went down. And because torpedo wakes tend to screw up your distance measurement, you often get these things showing up where they're not. Like right now, November is way out here, but if this torp's homing, he must be in this triangle.
Con, fire control,
Got it.
weapon acquired.
Alright. Then here's...
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 102.
So, you see this guy. I'm looking at him. He's going mostly a little bit south. Mostly
Con,
west.
fire control, weapon acquired.
So I'm going to go up to 10
Make
knots.
turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering
And
on.
I think we're going to manage it.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 10 knots.
And
Con,
since
fire
we're
control, weapon acquired.
going 10 knots, we don't have to worry so much about
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing
being silent. Which means I
103.
can start loading the second tube. Uh-oh. Come on. Come on, guys. No.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired. Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing. Con, fire control, weapon
Still
acquired.
sinking. So that's kind of cool, is that if you hit someone, you can actually watch their ship sink. A little morbid, but...
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
So we need distances.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 102.
And a
Con,
knuckle.
torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Come on, guys. He must be right around here. That's where their two vectors intersect. Yep. Yeah, he's down. He's trying to avoid like crazy. But he's only capable of 26 knots, so he can barely make knuckles.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 101.
Oh, come on.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired. Con, fire.
Con sonar lost
That's it.
contact.
He's down.
Sierra 2. Last bearing 101. Contact breaking up.
And the other torp? Boom! He's down. Alright,
Con sonar. We are cavitating.
that's fine. I'm gonna get my depth down a little bit.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 15.
Make depth 6008, dive by.
So we took him down. Now the question is, are we gonna get away from this guy? So I moved up to 15 knots.
Con sonar. No longer cavitating.
And if that's a U-set, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be real close. Because it has a range of like 3,000 yards or something like that. 1, 2, 3. It's gonna be real close.
at 600 feet. Dive by.
He's laying at the bottom of the sea. And we've got... There's the enemy torp. We can hear it. We can watch it, which is kind of nice. A little unrealistic, but so be it. This is a game, not necessarily a simulation. Okay, it looks like we're
Con,
gonna be...
torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Okay, so if he's, say, right here, that puts him more than 1, 2, 3, 4,500 yards. You said 80 has a tracking range of 3,000 yards, so we should be safe as long as we don't turn toward it. So I'm going to turn this way.
Come right to
Drop us down to
08.
10 knots.
Make turns for 10 knots.
See if I
Maneuvering
can
aye.
pick up that torp and make sure that it's still doing its snake pattern. There he is. Yeah, he's still snaking, and he's more than 90 degrees out from us, so we should be safe.
Con, maneuvering. Making turns for 10 knots.
Well, we have successfully defended ourselves. So once this torp, runs out of fuel, we should be able to move on to Murmansk. Assuming we don't get picked up again.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Let's see. We've got another 4 Mark 48s. We have 3 extra Mosses,
Con,
including this
helm,
one,
steady course.
and 4 air-to-ship Tomahawk or sub-to-ship Tomahawks. All right, so we're safe. That torpedo is not going to bother us. So we just need to wait for it to stop pinging. See the red line? You can hear it too. That's it. Yep, we're good. Let's leave combat. Yes, I know that wasn't my current target. That's alright. Let's save the game. And we got another set of subs attacking us.
Con, sonar, new contact.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Sierra 1.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing 292. Designated Sierra 2. Con, sonar, new contact bearing 187. Designated Sierra 3. Con, sonar, new contact bearing 353. Designated Sierra 4.
This place is busy.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing 290. Designated Sierra 5. Con, sonar, Sierra 4 is classified as merchant.
Man, this is crazy. This is probably also a merchant ship now that I think about it. Look how loud it is.
Con, sonar, Sierra 5 is classified as merchant.
Oh, sheesh. We got a ping.
Con, sonar, launch transient from Sierra 2.
Really?
Shoot tube 2. Aye, sir. Shoot tube 3. Aye, sir.
Con, sonar, launch transient from Sierra 2. Come right to 056. Helm aye.
So they very much caught us first. run without cavitating.
Make depth 600 feet. Dive by.
I'm probably going to lose several of these wires.
Come left to
Straight south.
178
Smiley chance.
Helm I.
Start to gradually
Make
increase
turns
the speed.
for 10
This is
knots.
going to be very
Maneuvering
bad.
I. Con maneuvering, making turns for 10 knots.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 292. Contact faded.
Yeah, whatever you say. That's almost certainly a trawler or something. Sierra 2 is definitely a sub. The map guide gave us kind of an illegal hint about range on the torpedoes. I wonder if it is always right when it does that, or if it's sometimes wrong, or what. He's hiding behind the trawler, so we may hit that trawler. Not much I can do about it.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 292.
We're going to set that one active.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4, last bearing 348. Contact is in the baffles.
Yeah. This game, huh?
Con Helm. Steady course.
What is Sierra 2? Is it likely that we're facing good torpedoes? Or are they crappy torpedoes?
Con sonar
Kilo.
Sierra 2 is classified as
71s.
submerged submarine.
No, they're crappy torpedoes.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Come on, acquire. Oh, that's odd. Did the Romeo move in here? Must have. I'm not going to complain, that's for sure. So the question to ask is, where are the enemy torps? I saw him launch too. I heard him launch too.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 269.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired. Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
That's strange.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired. Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing. Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 270.
Wow.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con sonar Sierra 3 is classified as merchant.
That Romeo is definitely interested in getting out of here. There's the Kilo. Number 4 should be getting a good think that Romeo is done for.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 2,
Romeo
6,
down.
9. Contact breaking up. Con sonar. Sierra
Oh,
2
Tango.
is classified as submerged submarine.
That's interesting. A Tango, huh? He also has Test 71 torps. So we only need to be about 1,000 yards away from them to avoid taking a hit. Whether we'll be able to do that is another question. But if I draw a line... Let me get the map with that. If I draw a line here, we're probably safe. Oh, there they go. They're pinging. There's two of them, and they're not in a spread pattern. They're just both fired.
Con,
basically on
fire
a straight
control,
line,
weapon acquired.
which is nice. It means I don't get killed. Probably. Let's
Come
change
right
course.
to 244. Helm I.
Number 3 is about to go active. Oh wow, that's
Con
3
sonar
torps.
regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 3, 4, 1.
And they didn't even friggin' bother to spread them. Like, that's crazy. We might be okay. If those are Test 71s, we're well outside of the 880 yard range of their... Like, they're several thousand yards out.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 3, 0, 6.
Con, helm, steady course.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
So they made the right decision by heading out immediately. They pinged me, so they had a bearing and a distance.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
So those...
Con, fire
Start out.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 3, 0, 7.
I guess hypothetically I could have run straight into them.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
And try to get past them
Con,
before they
fire
have to
control,
go.
weapon countermeasure homing.
That Tango gave them quite a bit of...
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Yeah.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Now we're talking. I think we're safe. If he doesn't get another salvo off, we're good to go. And it looks like he's going to be a little busy.
Con
Too
sonar
busy to
noisemaker
get,
bearing 3, 0,
another salvo
7.
off. Oh boy.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
I love it. I love the sound of weapon acquired. Alright, we're clear. Is this the button first? No. Yeah, you see the noisemakers? Come on. Hit him. And there's my torp.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 3, 0, 6.
Tango down.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Now the goal is to get number 3 to hit the Tango. So that it doesn't hit any trawlers. Failing that, it still has a wire on it, so I should be able to dive it into the seafloor or something. Just give it a downward order, and that should do it. Here comes my other torp. He's sinking fast. Torp's gonna go right over it. But I can steer it in. So close. Oh, I'm just gonna knock that into the ground. That way it's not a danger to anyone. Except maybe some, like...
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 157. Contact is in...
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
That's it. 3 enemy torps missed us. And they don't appear to be going for any collateral damage. So I'm just gonna reload
Con
torps, let
maneuvering,
those,
making turns
let those
for
enemy torps
5
run out of
knots.
steam. And we will be good to go. That's
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
That's 4 enemy subs on the way to Murmansk. That's impressive, I think. All without taking a hit. How much fuel do those things have? Nice. I have one more Mark III reserve. Mark 48. How did I do that? Mark III. They're out. Yes, leave combat. I know, but it was hard to avoid it. We're kind of fortunate that Murmansk is the closest more enemy subs.
Con sonar new contact bearing.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Alright, this is going to be tough. We've got a layer.
Con sonar new contact bearing 116. Designated Sierra 2.
Make depth 450 feet. Dive aye.
Fortunately, we weren't moving, so we are likely to be relatively safe from immediate detection. So let's figure out what these guys are. Almost.
Con sonar Sierra
Probably a
1 is
Victor
classified as submerged submarine.
They both look like Victor 2s. And they're both, according to my sensors, they're both annoying. No, one's above and one's below the layer. So I can't really avoid that. Victor 2 has 65 torps, which have the short range seeking. Yeah, about 880 yards. So as long as they don't actively ping us, we should be alright for a little bit. The question is, what is their direction, their path?
Come right to 216 Helm I.
I'd like to avoid them if I can. I'm so close to Murmansk, but if I'm Yeah, so the order to blow up Murmansk is not available yet, even though the Murmansk ports are visible on my map. I found out the hard way that this is an easy way to screw things up and not actually...
Con sonar, Sierra 2 is cavitating.
Wait, Sierra 2? Make up your mind, game. So he's about 8,000 yards out, 7.3, we think. What's his heading, though?
Con, helm, steady course.
Yeah, we're at 450 feet. As long as we don't go too much closer to the land, we should be alright. What direction do we think he's going? Do we need to turn away again? I think we do.
Con, dive at 4-5.
Come right to 002. Helm I.
We're gonna head north. I think that these guys are headed west. I may need some luck here. They're both under the... they're both under the layer now. Layer's at 218. So if I go to 200...
Make depth 2008 dive by.
Oh boy. This is where guesswork happens. Fortunately, there's no other sonar clutter. And I've got just enough torps to take these two guys out. This is tense. Let's assume he's a victor. If so, he's at minus 12 dB passive. With ambient noise 81 dB above the water, he may not be able to pick us up until he gets considerably closer. And if we're above the layer, we may be lucky enough that he can't hear us for an even larger distance, or shorter distance. Like, I know that the game doesn't have
Con
to do
sonar,
much.
Sierra 2 is cavitating.
See, now it's definitely Sierra 2 cavitating. They must not know that we're here. They would not be cavitating if they thought that we were around. Let's see. Making a turn to 2 degrees, basically straight north. I still only have 43% on him, even though he was cavitating. He's slowing back down. They're jumpy Russians. But he's still below the layer. And so is his friend.
Con, dive at 200 feet dive by.
Just go a little higher. Not much, maybe 180.
Con, helm, steady course.
Oh man.
Passing 200 feet.
There's 180. 176, it's close enough. Wait, where is he headed? He's headed right for us. Oh man, this lot closer than we thought. Of course he is. We may just barely eke out
Come
this
left
one.
to 326. Helm I.
Barely.
Con, helm, steady course.
Come on. As soon as we pick up a sonar ping, we're likely toast. But if we don't pick up a sonar ping, thank goodness for ultra quiet rigging. 5 dB. If they find us, they'll ping us before they shoot. They almost always do. I think we're clear of that first of Sierra 2. The question is, are we going to make it past Sierra 1?
Make depth 150 feet. Dive I.
Yeah, he's going 7s and 9s now. This guy's going to come right by us. He's going at the same speed, 5 knots, so we may be lucky enough to get by him. It's going to be real close. If he turns southward again, that'll be what we want to see. Come on. What is he, 7,000 yards out? Approximately? Oh, man. Thank goodness for our towed array, otherwise they'd both be in our baffles and we'd be lost. Oh, they're heading north. No, that's not what I want you to do. Don't do that. They're real close to picking us up. But if they're only going 5 knots, and they're making a snake pattern, we might get out of their way in time. Come on. .7,000 yards. -5s and -6s, -4s occasionally. We might just make it past this. It's kind of funny how slow this all is. Like, we're moving 5 knots. That's brisk walk. They're moving 5 knots. That's a brisk walk. We're going thousands of yards. Thank goodness for time compression, huh? There are actually options in this game to, like, compress spaces and stuff so that, things don't take as long. But I'm in realistic scale, so...
Come right to 052. Helm I.
they had targeting information, this will help mess it up.
Con, helm, steady course.
They're close enough that a single ping will tell them exactly where I'm at. Slow down a little bit.
Make turns for 3 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Now it's not even a brisk walk. But that gives me a precious couple of dB. It looks like they're turning just slightly southward again. Literal brisk walk. Say the Russian subs are really cool looking. Like, $5,600 yards. We're at the point where we should be opening soon, distance-wise. We're really close. Like this is shoot from the hip distance almost. Oh, speaking of which, I picked up Silent Hunter 4. That's it's an American diesel sub simulator in World War II. And it's a little bit more theatrical than this, but it's also a lot harder, just because your torps are all dumbfire, pretty much, short range, deck gun, lots of air cover, and since it's a diesel sub, you can't stay submerged for very long, you know, a few hours, if you're moving, and if you're not moving, well, like 12 hours or more, but then you start losing oxygen. You can turn that off in the sim, but why would you want to do that? Oh, look, the signal is weakening. That says that we're probably clear. Like, compared to the Russian subs, the American sub is just kind of boring. And I know they're not supposed to be cool looking, but wouldn't it be cooler if they were cool looking? Oh, wow. So, take them out? Question mark? I'm short on torps. I'm gonna just try to avoid these guys.
Make turns for 4 knots. Maneuvering eye. Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
So he's at about 9,000 yards. He needs to get out to, I think, 12 or 16 before we can call him, say that he missed us and escape from the battle. Yeah. There is activity nearby. Well, look at the dive planes and stuff. They're really cool looking. perfect shadow. Like, I'm pretty sure that casting a shadow through 400 feet of water does not work that way. Like, it would have been better if they'd actually made, like, fuzzier shadows. Oh, we're almost clear. They thought that were going to hunt us down. Actually, they probably weren't even looking for us. Or if they were looking for us in a really old location. Is that it? No. I think it's 16,000 yards. I thought it was 12, but maybe not. We're going to try to do the Murmansk mission. And win or lose, we'll call that the end of the stream. Because this one's been going on quite a while. Over an hour now.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing
Faded?
225. Contact faded.
14,000 yards. Still counts as close in. But we're so far out now that they won't even pick us up on active. Come on. 15,000 yards. If they weren't looking for us, why are they going only 5 knots? They must have been looking for us. $16.1. That's it. We're good. I know. Sonar contact. Oh, dang it. Well, let's try it out. It says we're
Con, so
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Now is this... Yes, they want a land strike while we're here. So we're in close enough that we can do the land strike. The question is...
Con sonar new contact bearing 228. Designated
Come right to 352. Helm I.
Con sonar new contact bearing 269. Designated Sierra 3.
I don't quite get the all hands man battle stations because, like, there's no way that we didn't pick up this Sierra 1 sooner than this.
Con sonar Sierra 1 is classified as merchant.
Enemy merchant, but merchant nonetheless, unarmed. No, this has got to be a sun or a troll. I can't tell. Nope, there's some more info.
Sonar new contact bearing 195. Designated Sierra 4. Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as merchant.
Okay, another merchant. Nope.
Con sonar Sierra 4 is classified as merchant.
So these guys are all... If I called those right, those guys are all merchants and of no danger to me. And this guy is another one of... Dang it. Yeah.
Con sonar
Cosmic.
Sierra 3 is classified as merchant.
Still not armed. So of the 4
Con
contacts I
sonar
have,
new contact bearing 241. Designated Sierra 5.
none of them seem to be armed. That is almost certainly biologic. Where are you? Blue whale, humpback. Okay, never mind. It's not a biologic. It might be a patrol ship. There we are. Riga.
Con sonar, Sierra 5 is classified as escort.
So there's a Riga. That's an armed ship. It's got 65 torps. It does not have the missile launch torps. So that's good. Now we've got some anti-air stuff. They should not know where we are. And if we get down low enough,
Con, helm, steady course.
we may be
Make depth
lucky enough to avoid
500 feet. Dive I.
Hopefully we can avoid their, There's only one aircraft.
Con, less than 50 feet below the keel.
Aye, aye. How much lower can we go? Wow, look at that. We are almost brushing that seafloor. I'm gonna get us up just a little bit.
Passing 500 feet.
I want to get that 50 feet below the keel warning just barely off. With the notion that if it shows up again, I know that I've got potential issues. That Riga is pinging, but it's too far out to hear us. There we are. All right, we're 479.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra
It
4,
looks
last
like
bearing
the floor is getting
195. Contact faded.
Where is this guy? I don't see. I don't see any sign that he is anywhere near me. So what I'm gonna do? Here's what I'm gonna do. Release the ship from ultra quiet and start loading tomahawks. It's basically 2 complete salvos.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 5, last bearing 235. Contact faded.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready. Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Man. As soon as we fire these, they're gonna hunt us down like crazy.
Con sonar last bearing 211. Contact faded.
What a goofy shaped thing. Look at that. It's got like a nose and a tail.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 5. Last bearing 233. Contact faded.
So I can see that I'm going. Man, this is ridiculous. I'm just gonna keep this up for a little bit. Because the missiles have range over the whole map, basically. Like, they don't have a minimum or a maximum range, as far as I can tell. Yeah, 30,000 yards. Range 2 million yards. Yeah. So I'm not going to worry one bit. I want to make sure that we're not within visual range of either of these ships before... that Kazbek is about 7,000 yards out. They will see those missiles. And I assume that if the enemy ships see the missiles come out of the water, that they get an idea of our position. I mean, I may be wrong. Maybe they don't look for them, but I'd be surprised if that was the case. There must be a second attack ship out there, because I'm hearing 2 pings in rapid succession.
Con sonar new contact bearing
We got
255. Designated Sierra 6.
That looks like a... Looks like it's probably a merchant as well. Just based on those first 2 and the fact that it's probably not a submarine. Yeah, he's a trawler.
Con sonar Sierra 6 is classified as merchant.
Well, we're gonna ignore him.
Make depth 550 feet, dive high. Con, less than 50 feet below the keel.
We just want to clear that message. There. Message is clear. We can, do we want to knock these ships out? Is that wise or unwise? I have 4 sub-to-ship Tomahawks. $7,000 yards, almost 8. Man. No, that doesn't look like it's a trawler. I might be wrong. I guess we'll find out in a minute. Great.
Con sonar, Sierra 6 is classified as merchant.
Con, less than 50 feet below the keel.
Great.
Come left to 316. Helm I.
Con, less than 50 feet below the keel.
Really?
Con, helm, steady course.
He's at 11,000 yards. Now, the interesting thing about the land tomahawks is that you don't actually need to be at attack depth to fire them, which I think is a bug. Usually attack depth is less than 200 or 150-ish. But these land tomahawks can be fired from any depth. I think that's a bug, a mistake, an oversight. But it does make these missions easier. And he's just way out in the middle of nowhere.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 219. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 238. Contact faded.
Do we really think he's that far out?
Con, less than 50 feet below the keel.
Again?
Con, less than 50 feet below the keel.
Come right to 351. Helm I.
Passing 500 feet.
Oh man. And Jean is at almost 11,000
Con,
yards.
less than 50 feet below the keel.
This is ridiculous. It's gotta open back up again. We go to 450.
Make depth 450 feet, dive I. Con, dive at 450 feet, dive I.
We must just be going over a hill or something. The trick with these missions is to get... They always dump you right in close to the port, but for these missiles you don't need to get in close to the port. I want the seafloor to open up a little bit so I can get a little deeper.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 118. Contact faded.
I would like to be in an area where I can be deep enough that I don't have to worry about magnetic detection. I'm a little too shallow for that right now. My understanding is it's about 500 feet. I wonder if the titanium subs are better at resisting magnetic detection. Titanium is not ferromagnetic after all. The American subs, I think, are all steel. Come on. I just want to see the floor drop again. Oh. Something went angry. Yeah, sometimes the frame rate just decides to choke completely when you're, I don't quite understand why. It seemed like it was okay for a minute there. And you can unchoke the frame rate by turning off time compression. But there's something going on. There's been a memory leak or something, because it was fine for the last little while. I think it's time to fire.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
2.
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir.
3.
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
4.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
Do those all count? Yes, they count.
Torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Yeah, we've got guys shooting rockets at us. Oh, wrong button. The question is, looks like the Energon saw them. Wow, that's a lot of them. Okay, well, that's kind of why we're...
Make turns for 15 knots.
Make con sonar. We are cavitating. Con sonar. No longer cavitating.
We're gonna do 20 knots.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 20 knots.
We gotta figure out where those rockets are gonna end up. And I'm actually gonna turn him into a moss. We might need it.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Alright. We just need to slow down to 10
Make
knots.
turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
You can't really launch torps at 20. It tends to knock out your tubes. So once we get down to 10 knots, I will...
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 10 knots.
3
Shoot
more
2-2.
missiles.
Aye, sir.
Missions.
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
Reload. 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 Like so.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready. Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Alright, last one.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
All land attack weapons are out, and we are good to go. Probably. The question is where are those torps going to land?
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Oh. That's a sonar buoy.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
We might pick some of these guys up again.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Con, maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
It's kind of irritating how fast they just vector right in on your position as soon as you fire the missiles.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
If I look at this guy, I don't see our icon. Oh, there's a torp. Oh, we can go to silent
Rig
mode
shift for
there.
ultra quiet.
Okay, so that torp is on a circular path. So is that one. That one's on a circular path, and it looks like it's too far away to pick us up. Not by much, you know. Not by much. Usually those launch torps are Test 71s, or, yeah, no, USET 80s. Those USET 80s have a seeker range almost as good as my Mark 48s.
Come left to 274. Helm aye.
Make depth 500 feet, dive aye. Con, dive at 500 feet. Con, less than 50 feet below the keel. Passing 500 feet.
We're at 480. One torp down. Two torps down.
Con, less than 50 feet below the keel.
Again? Man, this is ridiculous.
Make depth 450 feet, dive aye. Con, dive at 450 feet, dive aye.
Hey, we're done. Wow, there was a lot of ships there. A Grisha and a Krivak in addition to the... Wow. Successful land strike, extensive damage, new orders transmitted later. We're almost out of equipment, so we're gonna head back. But realistically... Oh. Tankers and tenders. But I... Oh, man. Alpha Mark Angelsk. Rendezvous near Greenland Sea. Well, I'll end up playing that one on my own, I think. It has been a good long stream, and I thank you all for watching. Have a good one.